Live. Not live yet. Am I not live yet? Focus. Let's change the focus. Sweet. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think. Might as well let yourself be free. Go. Let's break that. Okay. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Oh, freedom. I'm going to get demonetized. Singing Aretha Franklin. You know what? Aretha forever. No shot. That's set up. Hey, Tyler, how you going? Appreciate it. Just messing around. You know how it is. Just adjusting the device. I took the jaws out. Took the leather jaws out to work on something else. I can't remember what I was working on. Evening, Angel. Hey, young Angel. I was working on in this last. Oh, that's right. I was working on the Thor's hammer, the pendant. G'day, Bash. There you go. She ugly. Oh, you got home early. Nice. I'm all right, Bash. I'm all right. Staying alive. You know how it is. Come on. Evening, Crawford. How you going, buddy? Welcome to the land of the living. Or the half alive. Everyone recognizes a snort hammer. Snort. And this chair is creakier than my bones. Well, before we get to those, let's do these. Gravers. Don't really need that one. All good. Mate, you have a good one. Don't work too hard. That is a scraper. That is a punch. So is that. Oh, it's definitely mangled. That one's a stippling punch. Inlay punch. Need that one. That one. That one. I have no all my extras. I could have sworn I had more grapers than that. Just left them lying loose on the bench, I betcha. There's one. Yep, that's exactly what I did. There's another one. I'm now trapped in the world between worlds. Oh well. Might do what we got. Other knife. Also need to sharpen my Kisage. I apologize for the creaky chair. Man, these are rusty. No, Shadow, you stay there. Thank you. Just let go of the fordham. No, you just want to help. Right. Capeta. I have no idea. I can't read. I believe that's Spanish or Portuguese. I don't know. One of the two, but I can't read either of them. Many apologies. But if you wish to converse, unfortunately, you're going to have to stick to English, because I can't speak anything else. I know, it's a character flaw, but what can you do? The joys of engraving is watching someone sharpen. Feel free to ask questions in the chat if there is anyone in the chat at the moment. I can't tell. So I need to regrind these. Loop. Now the other side. Oh, it was so exciting. I rubbed the scraper on the stone. That's what you missed. I legit think it's just you and me. I think everyone else is at work at the moment. I can't see how many people are in the chat, so I'm only going off chat activity. There might be a couple of lurkers, which I appreciate. I always appreciate my lurkers. Lurking and working. It is Sunday, but people work on weekends. Besides, like half the guys that follow me work for themselves, so they don't get a day off. In America, their day is just starting, so. mean, I'm here and I'm technically working, so. Imagine a few guys are hanging out for Blacksmith Church, which will start soon, I think. So, probably lost most of them to over there. Hey, Sully, how you going? Oh, that's awesome, Tyler. Happy birthday to your old man. Your first knife. Hell of a milestone. Hey, Stones. There you go. Blacksmith Church, you talking about? Was that the question, Ange? Sully should answer that question. Transcendental Artist Studios. Sully's one of the presenters of Blacksmith Church. They now call it the, what's it called? The Blacksmith podcast? Impractical Blacksmithing. That's right. Getting your ducks in a row for early Roman iron. Fun. When does the cast start, mate? So I know when I'll lose all my best you can be. Yeah, I know that feeling. Much the same here. Doing what I can. Ah, 3 hours. Fair enough. Plenty of time. I think I'll be done by then. Might even pop in and say hello while you're all there. If you'll let me. In 3 hours, I might actually be able to start working on this hammer once I've sharpened everything. I don't have the time to sharpen all of them today. And I need new DMT stones because these ones are getting worn out. I know. Been a bit of a recluse lately. Shut off from the universe. Living in my own little world. It's all right. Adam's been doing plenty of the Australianing for you. This is a DMT diamond stone. So this is the extra fine. So 12. It's supposed to be a 1200 grit equivalent. It's more like 1500 now because I've used it for over a year. DMT makes the best diamond plate. They are machinist flat. Very, very handy little piece of technology. Yeah, so that's a DMT diamond stone. This is a cheap eBay diamond stone that was bought. It had like the plastic backer for putting in like a fucking for the one of the like the Lansky systems. I think it cost me like $3, and I just super glued it to this piece of mild steel. To act as a handle, because I use this both as a sharpening stone and as a file for doing like really fine file work. So yeah, it's one way to do it. DMTs are better stones overall because they are perfectly flat, but the cheap ones are the way to go if you really want to go the diamond stone route and you want to do it on a budget. Just go onto eBay and buy the cheap. I think these are inch wide. Let me check. Um, 20 mil, so like 3/4 inch by 6-inch pieces, and they're hyper thin. Like it's only a millimeter thick, like 40 thousandths thick. But you back them, super glue, back them to a piece of mild steel, and they're pretty flat. They don't have to be perfectly flat. Pretty flat, but it works. So I use that for my rough stuff, and then I use this for refinement. And you can see my thumb reflected in the surface of the stone. That's how fine it is. Hey, Kevin. There you go. But like I said, this one's a well-used DMT. I need new ones. I want to get the coarse, fine, extra fine. I want to, get the coarse, fine, extra fine of these. I believe these are the 2-inch by 6-inch. You can get bigger ones. Hey, Drill Dust. But I will buy another set of these as well because they're cheap and they do the job. That's all you need them for. Hey, Sully, it's different Stokes for different folks, eh? I'm hilarious. I don't care what you say. There he is. There's the trail dust we all know and love. That one's not going to rust on it. Whatever. Just sharpen them, Samuel. Best oil to keep in your workshop. Singer sewing machine oil. Oil. Completely odorless, which is one of the real bonuses. No, not different Stokes. Not different strokes. Different Stokes. I mean, although Kevin may stroke some. Ah, yes, autocorrect. Forever ruining good puns. These stones become incredibly useful when sharpening Japanese style engravers, as I will demonstrate very soon. Hey, Zach. How's it going, buddy? You caught me stroking my chisels. Aggressively. Thanks, hole's bigger. So does a drift. How's it going, Paul? I think, I mean, you caught up there, Alex. You caught up. I'm definitely one of those things, Ange. Trail duds. Sorry, Kevin, but that was funny. Carving tools, yes, but not of the wood variety. Got my old eyes. Need my. Where did I put my old eyes? There it is. The Nerf gun, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Now I can see what I'm doing. Because I look like this. Greetings. I can make it worse. We come in peace. Snap it back. And then I can, you can see the meniscus of my eye. Yeah. Back down. All right. I was wearing optimizers before Niels. I was doing it before it was cool. I am the ultimate optimizer hipster. No, I can't. I can't really claim that. There were lots of people wearing optimizers before me, like the man who inspired me to take up Japanese style engraving, Ford Hallam. He was the man who suggested that I wear optimizers. He also suggests that you get a bloody microscope, but that ain't gonna frickin' happen. What do you think I'm made of? Money? Well, I'm not. I'm made of poor health and bad decisions. Yes, he suggested. And if you're in poor health, then I must be already dead. I don't know, Zach. I don't feel like I got much of that either. No. You want to become a millionaire at, you want to make $1 million at being a bladesmith, start with 2. Well, you want to become a millionaire as a bladesmith, start as a billionaire. Yes, this is a diamond stone. This is a cheap eBay 600 grit diamond stone that they make from China for like the Lansky ripoff systems. Taken off of its plastic base and superglued onto a piece of mild steel. And then it is Singer sewing machine oil for the lubricant. Because it's thin enough that it allows free floating of the swarf, but it's thick enough that it doesn't just bloody go everywhere. I'm currently adjusting the camber. Hey, boy. That's the one, Sully. Yeah, Windex works great. The thing is that Windex tends to rust things. And I'm lazy. So if the lubricant I use is an oil, all I have to do is wipe my gravers with the oil that I use to lubricate it with, and nothing rusts. I use Windex normally when I'm hand sanding blades because I then do my last pass with WD-40. And the initial passes don't really worry me all that much. But the, yeah. When I'm doing gravers and sharpening, I just find it easier to use oil, especially on diamond stones. If I'm using water stones, I use water. But I don't use proper water stones for gravers. It's a waste of space, a waste of time. Better off just using diamond. I mean, I have sharpened gravers on stone. It's just that, especially doing fine tip stuff, you almost always end up scoring the stone. 3-in-1 oil works, but I use Singer sewing machine oil because it's completely odorless and a little bit thinner than 3-in-1. Yeah, I like Singer sewing machine oil. It's good stuff. You can get it from like most Woolworths and stuff. They actually sell it in the oil aisle, like the aisle where you buy light globes and stuff. Answered your question before you asked it. Yeah, I think I bought that bottle at Woolworths in I think it was in Bustleton actually when I was on holiday. But I've seen them on the shelf at Coles and Woolies here in Kwinana. Or you can buy them from Spotlight. Spotlight have in droves. They're not actually that expensive. I think I paid $3 for that bottle. And it's lasted me forever. Yeah, gotta be quick, mate. I'll beat you to it every time. I'm fast, boy. Fast as fuck, boy. Faster duck, indeed. Would I correct getting everyone tonight? Darkwing Duck. Where there's trouble, you call DW. Let's get dangerous. Right, so this is a Japanese style keyboardy or hair chisel, V chisel. Slightly different to the European style of engraving chisel, which apparently I don't have one anymore because I gave them all away. Yeah, Menace. That's me. May as well change my name to Dennis. This is where it being a hand tool becomes handy. Sharpening Japanese style gravers because they have very interesting cross sections. That being said, I haven't put them out into society yet. Still got to put them up for sale. I'm not going to bother polishing the sides, but I will polish the tip. Just the tip. Played that game before. I'm going to call you Grigus because I'm not sure how to pronounce your first name. It is going. going, almost gone. But it is going. How's yours? Okay, this one's a 90 degree. One of my heavier models. Just realized it might be just on the edge of focus. There we go. You can sharpen Japanese gravers like this, but it takes a little bit more care. Not to ruin the tip. Fence post tool. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to harden the struck section, obviously. Hardened steel. It's a basic rule of blacksmithing. As to whether or not you want to heat treat the actual thing, there are arguments to be made in both sides. The only time that I would heat treat a tool like that is if it was made out of H13 or H11 to increase its heat working ability. Otherwise, I just leave them unheat treated because they will detemper anyway the moment that you use them. So yeah, don't. That's just my opinion. That's like your opinion, man. Oh, nice. Do love me some molten silver. I recently used up about 3/4 of the remaining silver I had to make a Mjolnir pendant for Angelia, the one in the chat. Funnily enough, she's probably wearing it right now. No worries, mate. Happy to help. Buongiorno. Well, buonanotte. If it's nighttime, I don't actually know what time it is in Italy right now. I imagine it would be buongiorno. Ciao. Anyway. Sad that I did 12 years of Italian and can only remember how to count to 1,000,000. And like basic passing phrases. But the one that will be burned into my skull for the rest of my life is Posso andare al gabinetto? because we weren't allowed to go to the toilet if we couldn't ask about it in Italian. Ask me why I hated Italian. I'm glad you love it. I thought you were trying to make a Hexhawk ripoff when I saw that post. Not a hammer. Zachary. Making a hex hammer. Or is it an octagon hammer? Is it actually a hexagonal? Because I couldn't tell. Screwing women in another language. Oh yeah, I remember a few Italian swears myself, but I don't use them. Funnily enough, my mum's first marriage before she met my dad, she was married to a man whose last name was Maledetesta, which apparently fit the family very well. Which, to anyone who speaks Italian, is hilarious. Ye of little faith, Zach. I'm sure you could 1-2 punch me out of the ring if you put your mind to it. I'm just a hack with a hammer. Octagonal, that's what I thought. Bar I saw you had that you offered to me. Just looking at sketchbooks. See how it is. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. Remind me to get more gas before Wednesday, because I am completely out. Actually, I'm gonna have to get some tomorrow because I need to do more forging. Never mind. Good thing I took more out of my loan. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Squeaks. How long has the stream been going? And I haven't yet started working on the hammer. It's been 49 minutes. It hasn't been that long. Get more gas tomorrow. Will do. Thanks for the reminder. Boom. Can anybody find me somebody to love? Demonetized. You got gas? I mean, there are pills for that, Zach. I'm glad you can entrust me with this information. I feel our trust is building. You don't have to suffer alone. After June, maybe 35. Yeah. I haven't hit that milestone yet. I'm catching up. Give me another 3 years. I feel like Homer chasing the pig. It's just a little bit dirty. It's still good. It's still good. It's just a little bit slimy. It's still good. It's still good. I'm like, I'm only just past 20. It's still good. It's still good. I'm only past 25. It's still good. It's still good. I'm only past 30. It's still good. I wonder at what point Bart is going to turn to me and go, "It's gone, Dad." I know. No! Alright, that's enough. Get on with it. Yes, get on with it. Let us work. On the hammer. Work, 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 work. Oh, ooh. I need to find my other chisels then, because they have my punches. There's one of them. Creak, creak, creak. At least I've got the customer sets. It's fine. It's fine. Chill. Chill. Hey, Xavier. Oh no, Paul. Have to work with gas like the rest of us plebs. Look, it's a snort hammer. The much coveted snort hammers. And these are the graver sets. The customer graver sets. If you want one of these four, make sure to message me on Instagram, because there will only ever be 4 available. They all have to be sharpened yet, but I'll get to it, alright? Stop pressuring me. Oh my god, that is cute. Wow. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. You see that bug right there? That is a miniature praying mantis. That is the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in ages. Let's see if I can make the focus do the thing. Hey, buddy. He's on my hand now. Oh, he jumped. Where did he jump to? Hoo-ha, where'd you go? Where'd he go? I don't want to crush him. That's the smallest praying mantis I've ever seen. now I am sad. Oh, at least we got to meet him. Hopefully I don't crush him while I'm working. Now, Sully, we don't encourage illicit drug use in this chat. Okay, what am I doing? It's a question I ask myself every day. That's all good. That's all good, Grigus. Appreciate you being here nonetheless. All chat participation is appreciated. How you going, Bloobs? Until next time, indeed. There'll be plenty more of these. I have 19 days left. Oh no, COVID got you. Well, rest easy, buddy. Hopefully it's gentle on you. Time to take chisel to steel. And you guys aren't going to be able to see anything because my hand is going to be in the way, and I apologize for that. I will try and make it as I can. This refined coal has isotopes. Don't tell Iran about it if it does. How do I get the best light for you guys and light for me? There we go. This is my first time putting chisel to steel in months. I know some people are going to mention the fact that I put chisel to silver just before Christmas, but steel acts entirely different to silver. I'm sorry if you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. You know, but very specifically, isotopes are a scientific term, Sully, and coal does definitely not have isotopes. Not in the scientific sense. Oh, see, I prove that I don't listen to Impractical Business. There you go. I'm a fraud, a charlatan. It's all right, because I know for a fact that Adam doesn't listen to a lot of the Forgecast. Fair's fair. All right, Zach. Yeah, just chuck us a message. No walkers. See you on Wednesday. Having a little bit of an anxiety attack about trying to work on this because it's been so long since I worked on this hammer that I've lost my touch. And I'm worried that I'm going to mess this up somewhat severely and be unable to fix it. This is why you don't stop practicing. Fair enough, Sully. That's pretty cool. Oh, hello, friend. He's back. I don't think you can see him. He's right there. Hop on my chisel, buddy. Let's run the focus. There is the tiny praying mantis. Big stretch. Let's give you some light to see by. It's tiny. It's on the end of my thumb. Isn't he cute? All right. You go position yourself over there. Good boy. Loves me a praying mantis. That's what she said. Don't worry, Sully. I've been there. Whew. Shaping the tail. Shaping the tail. Yeah, so I'm going to try and get this hammer done for the Perth Knife Show. So I have 19 days to get it done. Along with 11 hacksawks, 4 hammers. I've been asked to make some Sloyd knives. And I want to try and work on the Viking sword, but I doubt I'm going to get any work done on it at this point. 19 days is not enough. edges are looking like. I mean, it's all right. It's great. So like the inside line. So if I want to drop podcast, do I just go into the Discord chat like usual, Sally? Or are you guys using a different platform now? Discord it is. Excellent. It's been a while since I've annoyed you guys, so, you know, got to make my appearance. Got to keep the chaos reigning. Been a while since I jumped on the Impractical Blacksmiths, yeah. Last time I was at Adam's place at his wedding. I was annoying him in person. Hey, Meg. Yeah, I'm alive. Hope you're doing well. The tail is taking shape slowly. Slowly, slowly. So very slowly. Don't like how thin it is there. So let's fix it. It's better. This is actually a piece of stainless steel piston rod from a There's a medical grade something. It's like 316 stainless. It's the end off of a large rotary piston rod for medical stuff. Just a non-martensitic stainless. The question becomes, how far is too far? And how far is not far enough? Fine line to walk. I don't always get it right. Yeah, 316 stainless. I also have another one in 316 stainless. This one is in. This one I forged on a video, actually. This one is made out of Atlantic 33. Fludagon. And then I have a teensy tiny 19-gram hammer, which is currently hidden away. This one is also 316 stainless, but compare that to that one. It's just a baby. And then you have my big Chungus Legecko hammer, which is wrought iron with a 1084 face. This is the only hardened hammer I have. This one's used for the heavy work, for like punching and stuff. One inch square and smaller. Yeah, well, I mean, this Fludagon one, I think was made out of half inch. I think the stuff that he sent me was half inch. That face is only 3/16 or 3/8. This is my Uchidachi hammer. This one's for like hammering in inlay and like peening stuff. This is probably my favorite hammer. I modeled it off a French jeweler's hammer. That's why it's got the step down. But yeah, the narrow face, really narrow face with a slightly domed head, and then the cross peen. This thing's amazing. Love this little hammer. My daily driver is a 19mm round face. This one is this is the daily driver. I believe it weighs around 25 grams, close to an ounce, like little less than an ounce. 2/3 of an ounce, about that. This weighs 19 grams. So this is the smallest hammer that I've got. This is for the really light work, when I'm working on like really fine line work and stuff, and when I'm working on non-ferrous metals. This one. And then, this one weighs, I think, 35 grams, so it's a little over an ounce. This thing's a monster. This thing's a jackhammer. It's way larger than the engravings that I do. So, yes, it's for heavy work when I'm running my, when I'm doing my inlays and stuff. When I run my inlay punches and things like that. But yeah, my daily driver, 19mm round. It's exactly the same shape and size as the one that I gave away in the Townsbury build-off that Alex won. Except his is made out of wrought iron and 1084. I wanted to test if non-martensitic stuff would work as engraving hammers, and so far have been pleasantly, not surprised, but it has been a pleasant experience. Well, the thing is that you're not smacking the living shit out of this like a lot, and the face does work harden. Like, you know, it was polished and now it's kind of been beaten smooth. But most Japanese engraving hammers, and the ones that I will be selling with the sets, so these are the ones I'm selling with the sets, they're slightly larger than my daily driver, and they're slightly more weight forward, because I wanted to have a wide face for people working their gravers. But these are mild steel, so they don't need to be hard because you're not whacking the crap out of them. And all that will happen is that the face will slightly upset, and that'll just give you more striking surface. So you're not losing anything. We ever broke up? But most of the time you're just tapping. You're not really hammering on it. So therefore, hardness isn't really a concern. You bees more educated? Good. That's what you come here for, isn't it? To bees more educated. Hey, Steve. How you going, buddy? Long time no see. How's life treating you, bud? Whew, coming along, getting there. course, if you haven't already gone over and subscribed to Green Beetle, what are you doing here? I'm just a hack with a hammer. Scraper time. Y'all know what time it is. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Thanks, Steve. Just coming along. That's the dragon currently. Let me get the light in a better position. There we go. That's bluff. It's right is left and left is right, Sam. Get the right shading on it. There you go. You can see a little bit more of the detail there. Yes, it got rusty. It's fine. I'll brush it off. I have a brush. Here we go. But yes, so it's looking all right. Not too bad. And then I got to go in with my scale punch, which I made. I made this scale punch to then make all the scales. It's going to take forever, but you know, we suffer for our art. All right, Bloobs. You rest easy, mate. Drink lots of water. COVID's no fun. Hope you feel better soon. Busy, busy. How's that feeling? I'm racing towards Perth Knife Show. Here you've got some stuff in the works. Been enjoying the content. So this is, oh, sorry, I'll turn off the torch. These are eBay specials. It's just a Optivisor ripoff. But I bought it because it has the well, I've got a T-tail headband on it, but it has the torch, which is really useful. It also has a 20 power magnification lens in here. Its standard magnification is 1.5, but it also has 3 power that fold down inside the optivisor. So it works really well. I also have like the original optivisor somewhere, but yeah, it's on my shelf somewhere. But it didn't have a torch in it, so I enjoy having the torch. Thanks, Kevin. Legend. Wait for it. Dairy. But yeah, so the torch helps with doing like fine detail work and stuff. The 1.5 times is what I find is the best because it has a very large depth of field. So like when I'm looking at the work, it's in focus here. It's also in focus all the way up to my finger. So it's got about a good, 160 millimeters of depth of focus. The 3 power is a little bit shorter. You have to be nice and close. It's got about a 70 mil range of focus. And then obviously the 20 power, you're talking about being, an inch from the piece, but you get a really good view. And I think I paid $35 Australian for these on eBay. If you like, I'll send you the link. I think I still have it. Let me see. eBay. Purchases. It was a while ago. A couple of years ago. There they are. Holy crap. They're $11. They're $11 US right now. See you, Steve. Have a good one, mate. Instagram. Chats. I'm going to send it to Green Beetle. Done. Right now, they're selling for $17 US. It works for me, Sully. I use inches when I'm using gross measurements, and then millimeters when I'm using fine, or in metric when I'm doing fine measurements. I just find it works best for me. I need to clean these lenses. So I grew up with an English father who taught me in both. He was a builder. I was also a distance shooter for a long time. And minutes of angle are measured in inches, strangely enough. So when I was doing long distance shooting, and you were judging MOA, you were judging in inches. And the caliber system is obviously inches. And you'd mix metric and imperial all the time because you'd have 762 by 51, which was also 308. I am a millennial, Paul. Yeah. The more into science you get, the more metric you use. I always love getting like people from America telling me like, we landed on the moon, and I'm like, yes. And what units of measurement did NASA use? What standard system did they use? And what was the reason that NASA slammed a multi-million-dollar Explorer drone into the surface of Mars? One of my favorite stories. Good old Lockheed Martin. America. That's one of my favorite stories, Sally. For those of you who don't know, during the space race, during the big era of space, NASA uses metric. I wasn't born in the 80s. I was born in the 90s. I was born in 1991. Yeah, during the when NASA was first defined, they decided by unanimous vote to use metric as their standard measurement, and always have. When they bought booster rockets for landing a Mars rover from Lockheed Martin, Lockheed Martin gave them like readouts and stuff without telling them that the measurements that they had sent were in feet, not meters. Right? So when they calibrated the rockets for their end stage burn for the landing of the rover on Mars, they calculated, they input the burn data for in meters what should have been feet, right? So 3,000 something feet is 1,000 meters, right? It's like 3,000 feet is 1,000 meters, but they would put in 3,000 meters. So they ended up slamming the rover and the landing module into the face of Mars at about Mach 16. Because according to the late stage booster rockets, the surface of Mars was still several thousand meters away. But it wasn't. Well, yeah, I mean, Germany was on the metric system. Most of Europe has always been. I say most because, obviously England had the imperial system. That's why the imperial system was called the imperial system to begin with, because it was the British Empire. I do love how up in arms Americans get about, like nationalism and being anti-Brit because, 1776, and yet they still use a system that was originally developed by fucking Britain. Yeah, you can imagine the shock on their faces when everything just went dark and they went, what happened? Why can we suddenly not see our rover? Hey, Chris. Came in just as we were discussing slamming rovers into the face of Mars in the name of the imperial system. And why do you think it's called the imperial system? Certainly wasn't the US empire, though I know there's plenty of people who wish there was. Not to get overly political. The camera was several feet underground. I mean, yeah. That does tend to put a dent in the telemetry. Of course, Trellist. I mean, this is me we're talking about. Fair enough, Chris. I imagine the feeling was akin to when you reach out for something in the dark, not realizing that it's much closer than it looks, and you just slam your fingers end first into the object. And normally it's something very solid, like you're reaching out for the wall, but because the darkness makes the makes the room look smaller than it is, you just slam your fingers straight into the wall. Imagine there was just about as much cursing. Probably a few pale faces. A lot of people going, "Oh, I'm gonna get fired." We're getting there. It's all exciting stuff. We're only working on the tail. Still have to put a bunch of work in on the body. But we're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely. Yes, I'm serious. Don't call me Shirley. That was the plan, Chris. That is the plan. Guaranteed, Sully. Guaranteed. And unfortunately, it was probably some poor, hapless rocket tech. They're like, you're to blame for this. And he's like, I just calibrated the rocket. What are you talking about? You're the ones who sent it into the space and then sent it careening into the face of a fucking planet. What does the Dragon Hammer have to do with the Mars rover? Tune in next week to find out. Last week on Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Hammer Z. I realized too late there was an opportunity for a pun. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm sorry, I let the team down. I disgraced my ancestors. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow. They got to look for deep surface microbes. Pretty sure at Mark 16, the rover was no longer capable of sending back data. Exactly, Sully. Used to curse the military-industrial complex for charging him $300 for a hammer. Yes, well, that's how they justify their multi-trillion-dollar budget. $500 for a toilet seat. How else do they get black budgets? Those innocent civilians won't kill themselves, man. We needed to Moab them. What? What are you samming me for? It's true. No one who's realistic about any kind of war fighting in modern terms can tell me that any country is without fucking blame when it comes to war crimes concerning innocent civilians, especially when you've got the amount of ordnance that's been fucking thrown around. It's a horrifying reality of modern warfare. There's cool kids for that. Well, I mean, this is true. No, that's so that they don't have to, train their soldiers anymore. Hey, Alex. Did you just get off Grace's live? How's she doing? Oh, you missed it? Damn. Now I'm really sad I sent you those texturing punches. Because I'm going to have to make new ones. How freaking dare you, Alex? How freaking dare you? How dare you win that kit that I put up as a winnings for a competition and take away my my texturing punches. I think the irony is that I don't use texturing hammers, but I do use texturing punches. I mean, yeah, exactly. How dare you be so excellent? You missed Steve. Steve was in here earlier. Mr. Green Beetle himself. Which was nice. Stopped by to say hi. Oh, nice. Who we got this time? Or is it a secret? It's just going to be dropped on me at the last minute. Fair enough. Well, I definitely can't find out at the same time as everyone else. That's for sure. That would kind of defeat the purpose of me being in the episode. I wouldn't be in the episode in that case. Then I'd get to find out with all the others. All the plebs. Be a common plebeian. Like I'm not already. All right, Alex, you have a good one, mate. Though I'm not sure the world could afford you to get more beautiful. So just make sure it's a maintenance sleep. The world's not ready. Okay. So that's pretty much the dragon finished. So I rounded out the tail, just defined it a little bit more. The light makes it hard to see, but it's all defined now. And now I just need to go in and put the scales in. The tail's in. I've already put the tail in. Uncommonly good. I mean, thank you, but you're wrong. Now let's hope these scales are small enough. Good. I want it to be a subtle detail, so just is the Alex imposter gone yet? Was not an imposter. Are you saying you're scared of dragons, Chris? No judgment, but you know. Maybe a little judgment. Dragons are cool. But the extra fire adds heat, so therefore, you know, it hits better. It's the best blacksmith tool. It adds +1 to fire damage. So cool. It scales. It's going to be hard to see in the camera, but take my word for it, it's cool. I like snacks. Snacks are cool. Wonder if you can see the change in the shading. Maybe a little. Yeah. It's hard to see. Almost looks like the dragon's wearing chainmail. I'll give you a close-up in a minute. I just want to get the head done. Once I have the head done, then we'll be making some serious movement. Let's give you a close-up. Let's change the exact. Let me just alter the focus a little bit. And it's all washed out with the light. Let me flip it. Where's the focus? There it is. You can see the scales coming in. Slow and tedious work, but we're getting somewhere. All good, Sully. How long have I got until you guys are live? Thanks, Rob. Hour 20. Okay, cool. I can do that. Thank you very much, AS81. Grazie mille. Mi scusi for my terrible pronunciation. 6.5 foot long. Beautiful. Do loves me some pythons. This is one of those projects where I realized it was never going to be never going to be perfect. Placid carpet snake. Nice. Loves me a carpet snake. This punch is getting mashed. Started out quite sharp. Now it's bent to boogery. That's all right. We shall prevail. Even if it means having to make a new punch. Done that before. It's kind of giving it a natural feel, though. Kind of enjoying that. Jagged scales. The whole idea behind this one was that it was supposed to be like a baby dragon. That's why I wanted to make the scales round rather than spiky. Because he's guarding his first ever horde. Baby's first horde. They grow up so fast. How do I fix you? have an idea. Trust me, I'm a professional. Bonus points to anyone who can name that show. I do still have it. What are chooks? Chickens. A chook is a chicken. So you get a cooked chook from the local Pekin snake and egg laying season. Yeah, fun. Snake and eggs, breakfast of champions. Come on. Yeah, I've eaten snake as well. You're not wrong. Not wrong. Isn't that a beautiful noise? Here, I'll do it again. Best noise ever. Guana's not bad if it's prepared right. small compressor with engraving hammer. Yeah, AliExpress is a good way to go. eBay is the other way. I believe Vivor has started, at least is starting to make engraving chisels, like engraving kits. Completely changed the geometry of this chisel halfway through, but that's fine. Who's counting? Stop hitting the fucking light, Samuel. The light's in my way. Now I can't see fuck all. Turn the torch on, Sam. That's what it's there for. I make all of my own chisels and hammers. CJ? Make all of my own gear. I actually have some how-to videos on my channel. If you're interested in learning. And in the coming year, I hope to be making an online course, but at this stage, unlikely to be for a while, because I'm currently snowed under with orders. But I'll get there eventually. King Browns only eat other snakes. And so do red pythons, red belly pythons in Queensland. They're a good snake. Unfortunately, they're on the endangered list because people keep mistaking them for red belly black snakes, which are venomous. Red belly pythons are not, but they mimic red belly blacks because it's a safety thing. Nothing in nature wants to fuck with a red belly black snake. Not even humans. Hey, Bill. Hey, Jack. Howdy, howdy. How do? Almost there. The dragon has scales. That's kind of cool. Let's give you a better view of the dragoon as it currently stands. Let me just drag the focus so that it actually can see the dragoon. Here is the dragoon. It's hard to tell on camera, but it is. You can kind of see the scales as they stand there all the way around. There it is. Yeah. Kind of fits. Fits with the theme. Drag the focus back a bit. And then there's my brass brush. Just cleaning some of the rust out. And I'll make another texture punch to make the backdrop, to make the dragon stand out. I'm actually going to put, it's going to have parallel lines just in the radius around the dragon, but it's going to look like a nest, like a thatched nest around it. So it's lying on top of the hammer with its tail trailing off. And then down here, the plan is that I'm going to put a cave. I'm going to put like cracks in a rock and a little hole in here. And then I'm going to inlay a little bit of Nordic gold and some sterling silver to make it look like a little hoard. And it's sleeping out the front of its little hoard. So that's the plan. But so far, that's where we got. The dragon's basically completed. I'm kind of tossing up where I want to put the eye. I think I know where I want to put the eye. I'm going to put it right there. I'm describing it and you won't be able to see it, but on the face. That's where I'll put the eye, but it's not going to be like an open eye. Yeah, I'm not going to put any rubies or emeralds in there. It's only going to be gold and silver. I'm going to do a form of true inlay called Honsorgan. So I'll inlay with hammer and chisel inlay the piece. I don't have a reference right now. I did start the inlay process on this Mjolnir hammer, but basically what happens is I cut an outline, chisel away the inside, lay the piece in there, and then hammer the edges down, and that holds it in place. It grips it. And that's what'll happen in the little baby dragon's hoard. And then this will have to be heat treated, which is going to be terrifying to do. And then it will be done, and there will be a little dragon sitting atop the town's hammer, and then I'll haft it. Basically, almost exactly like a bezel set. Similar to what Alec did. So Alec Steele in his Viking Sword series did what's called a wire inlay. So wire inlay is a little different in that I'm going to turn that light around, sorry. So wire inlay is different in that you cut a groove, you cut a V groove, and you cut a V groove, and then you chisel in to make a dovetail like that. You sit the wire in there, and then you hammer the wire so that it fills the void, right? So in my case, what I'm actually doing is I'm creating the dovetail vertically. So if you think this is the horizontal plane of the work, I'm actually pushing up a dovetail that's above the surface of the work and then cutting out a channel beneath. And then I'm not hammering the material into the void. I'm hammering the leaves on top down over the top of the work, right? If that makes sense. So it'll be the material of the hammer itself over the top of the work rather than the gold or, that kind of thing. You don't need to spam, CJ. I am going to answer the question. So I made my chisels out of W1 tool steel. These were forged from W1 tool steel that I got from the US, donated to me by a very good friend of mine. But I've also made them out of things like round files, stuff like that. I've made a lot of chisels out of round files. I had a big set. I had like 25 to 30 chisels, and I ended up giving that away as a prize in the Townsbury Build-Off a while ago. I will be selling sets. I have 4 sets of 10 gravers that'll also come with a hammer and a Kisage scraper, which is the tool I was using earlier. This one of these. So this is a Kisage scraper. So that will be the whole set. I'm thinking of making a little box for them to go in. There will be 4 sets, and they will be 500 Australian dollars each. Maybe a little bit more. We don't know. It'll be that plus shipping, of course. But yeah. So yeah, this is a Japanese style dog's head hammer. It's not a Japanese dragon, but it was kind of not the vibe I was going for. I was going for a European dragon-ish thing. I don't know. It looks cool. Do I use the Sen? I used the Sen quite a bit in the 48-hour dagger challenge that I did, which the dagger is actually sitting on the table somewhere near me. this big bastard. I actually used the sand to shape this and scrape it. And I use the sand a lot in like sword making and stuff like that when I need to true the bevels up or take scale off in preparation for filing. So yes, I do use the sand quite a bit. But yeah, so that's the plan. I do want to do work on that Viking hammer. I've got to hunt around in my room because in this room somewhere is a bronze Mjolnir shape that I was going to inlay here, and then I'm going to make a sterling silver Gungnir spear, which will be going in this side. And then it'll be a town's hammer with Mjolnir and Gungnir on it. And then I've got to make the fittings for the Viking sword. So I've still got to hand sand this bastard. But this is the Damascus Viking sword. It's currently sitting at an 800 grit off the grinder. I have to hand sand it and etch it. I've done a wire inlay instructional, James. I have yet to do a Honzorgun inlay instructional, but if you look up Ford Hallam, I'll type it in chat. Ford. Let me just grab my Ford Hallam. Metal Arts. That is the channel. He is where I learned a lot of what I do when it comes to Japanese style engraving. And he has full detailed videos, like hours of videos on doing inlay, making engravers, doing all forms of stuff, and he does it for free. So definitely check out Ford's work because I cannot compete. Ford is probably one of the foremost masters in Japanese style engraving. But anyway, yeah, so I've got to hand sand this and etch it because there are like 360 odd layers of Damascus in here. And then I've got to make the bottom guard, top guard, and the pommel cap. And the bottom guard and the top guard will be engraved. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to engrave the pommel cap. But they'll be engraved and inlaid, and then it will be a finished Viking sword. Thanks, Jack. Hey, young Ben. Hey, Bobby. So yeah, that's the plan. Gonna hand sand this bastard, and then find a way to etch it because I don't have anything to etch it in at the moment. On the list of things to do, I also have another sword. It's probably fallen over. No, it hasn't. There it is. So I have this integral and forged briquette saber. It's probably one of my favorite things that I've ever forged. And I'm going to hand sand this, finish it out, put the handle scales on it, which will be copper handle scales. I fucking love this thing. I want to keep this so bad. And then it will have a leather sheath rather than a scabbard. But yeah, I love this thing so much. It is one of my favorite things. This was all hand forged out of a piece of leaf spring, funnily enough. And you can find me forging that in live streams. I think it took like 3 live streams to get it forged, if I remember correctly. But I do love it because it's got a tapered tang. It's got a full distal taper in the blade. Like it goes down to 1 millimeter thick here. It starts out at 8 millimeters thick at the spine here, at the guard. Full integral. My maker's mark. But yeah, I fucking love this thing. It's just so good. I love it. Yeah, it's got really nice plunge line. Yeah. Just really like this thing. But yeah, this will hopefully be for sale at the Perth Knife Show as well, with its leather scabbard. This thing will not be for sale because this was a... hey, David. This will not be for sale. This was a custom commission. This has been 2 years in the making, and this will not be finished by Perth Knife Show, guaranteed. I might get started on the engraving for this in the next couple of weeks, maybe. I hope to get the blade finished so that I have the blade at least to display on my table, but yeah. Not gonna happen otherwise. Got to prioritize. I want to get this hammer finished. So for those of you who missed what we were doing this stream, let me just bring the focus back. How close can we get the focus? There we go. So this was the dragon hammer. We now have scales on the dragon. I don't have an eye on him yet, but that is to be decided. So that's the final dragon. And then there will be a hoard in there. Like I'm going to make a cave entrance, and then you're going to see a little bit of Nordic gold, a little bit of sterling silver, making up a hoard on the inside. But yeah, so that is the dragon hammer as it currently stands. Nice macro shot for you. So yeah, that's the finished piece, basically, almost. Not really. Bring it back. You might need one, but Nemo. Fair enough. Yeah, that one will hopefully be for sale at the Perth Knife Show as well. Or it will be. I will make it happen. So yeah, all I need to do with this is the background behind the dragon, and then make the cave. And the cave won't take me long, hopefully. Should only take me 2 sessions. It's about 8 hours work. That dragon has taken me like 40 hours work. It's a slow process. Oh, yes. But this next week, I plan on putting the graver sets up. I accept money, Ben, of course. Yeah, James, no worries, man. You can probably skip the first like half hour, 45 minutes, because it's all just me sharpening gravers and talking shit. Because I had to sharpen everything before I started because I haven't sharpened my gravers in forever. But yeah, we can talk about it, Ben. Send me a message on Instagram. You know how it goes. But yeah, so there will be 4 sets available soon. I'm going to make the boxes for them, sharpen them up, and all that kind of stuff. And they will be available in the next week or so. For the graver sets, I was going to release them with a class, but unfortunately that is just not going to happen in the next like 6 months because I'm just flooded with shit. Yeah, I might step on that. This is true. Flooded with fucking orders. And I want to get a bunch of stuff finished. I have a bunch of hex sorts that I need to finish. I have one here with me. So this is one of my hex hawks. This is the bolt head style. This is actually the upset area where it would have rested against the jackhammer face. And so I just brought this home because I need to file up this transition a little bit because the transition was a little rough off the grinder. But I will have 11 of these for sale at my table at Perth Knife Show. I just need to finish grinding this one and all the others because this is just rough ground. But these are my hex hawks. I do love my hex hawks. I'm going to handle them up in the next week or so. Any of them don't sell will end up on my Etsy page. Yeah, Jack, it's good, but it's also terrible because most of the orders that I've got, I don't want to make them anymore. I also have 4 hammers. I forged 2 hammers on Friday, I think it was, that are probably my favorite hammers that I've forged. because I literally took the whole day just to make 2 hammers, and I forged them completely to completion. So like to finish, because in a lot of cases when I'm making my hammers, I forge them close and then I grind the rest, and I just leave some of the forged elements. Whereas these ones, I was like, no, I want to leave it all forged except for the faces. And I did a French cross peen and a Viking cross peen, and those will be available. So, but that was a pain in the ass because obviously it took me a full day to make 2 hammers rather than a half day. So yeah. But with 11 of these, 4 hammers, the 2 engraved hammers, the sword, and I'm hoping to forge a bunch of Sloyd knives. I have a couple like sax blades that I could work on as well. I got a bunch of stuff I could make, but like I've got to kind of prioritize things. I want to get all of this stuff finished, like the hammers and the axes, because that's the money makers, and then we'll see what I've got like time-wise to finish up. I would really love to make something that I could put in for judging, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to have time. I've got 19 days, Paul. It's on February 4th. I should be going live from the show on the Sunday. Handmade for the win, I hope you were saying. Not what the fuck. Yeah, so I've got till February 3rd, because February 4th is the night of February 3rd is when I head in. That's your birthday. Cool. Happy 21st. Many happy returns. But yeah, so lots of work to do to get all of these finished. Yeah, that's it, Paul. Like, that's the thing. Like, I've got 11 hex hawks to finish. I've got 4 hammers to finish. I've got these 2 engraved hammers to finish. I've got the sword blade. I've got that sword and the sheath to make. I've got Sloyd knives that I need to make. So while 20 days feels like a lot, it's not a lot. I am going to be sprinting to the finish, I think. I've been fighting severe depression and anxiety. I've been having a really hard time the last couple months, and so it's been an uphill battle to get to where I am now. I'm improving slowly. It's taken a lot of work, but I am improving. I'm just trying to get ahead. But yeah, mate, Crawford, if I could clone myself, I probably wouldn't be able to stand myself. I'd probably end up killing myself. But what's different to real life in this way? Anyway, thank you very much to all of you for hanging out. Thank you a massive amount. Like, I haven't said this enough. I haven't been able to post to Patreon for a while, and I have lost a few patrons in the last couple of months, which is completely understandable. But you guys have kept me alive, literally. Like, when it came January 2nd, and like, I was desperately looking for money to pay for the table at Perth Nitro. If it wasn't for the Patreon payment that came through, I wouldn't have the table. So, I cannot thank you guys enough. So thank you very much to all my patrons and everyone who supports me that way. I hope this year I'm going to be able to bring more content to you guys, both here on YouTube and on Patreon. I really do want to get back to the swing of things. Last year, one of the worst years of my life, 100%, hands down, was one of the worst years of my life. And I really want to hopefully improve. And I mean, this year got off to a rough start, but I have good people around me, and I have a lot of really nice people in support of me. And so with them and you guys, I hope I will be able to make a life a little bit better. So that's the plan. And yeah, I appreciate all of the support. Yes, we have a target. For now, the target is get to Knife Show and have all this stuff done. So I will be getting up early tomorrow morning. That being said, I am going to hang around and go on the Blacksmith's Church, which, if you don't know what that is, that's over on Island Metal Forge's channel, which is just like a hangout. It's also a podcast, and I think I might drop in with those guys. That'll be live in 40 minutes or so. And yeah, just chat shit. But yeah, I will hopefully be doing another live video either tomorrow night or Tuesday night. So it's similar time as this one. Similar time as this one, just on Tuesday or Monday. We shall see. Probably a lot of these while I'm doing engraving because it keeps me motivated. That's the thing, keeps me motivated. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you over at Blacksmith Church. If I don't, take it easy. Have a fantastic day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Make sure that if you do, you catch it on camera so we can laugh at it later. And have a great time in the workshop if you get out there. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.